Good morning. I'm Hank Giesecke with PatriotNetworkTV.com. So go to the website and take a look at that. This morning we're talking about an exciting event coming up called Hands Off Our Gun Concert. We'll be in Phoenix, and I've got Don Smith with me on the phone this morning, and we want to talk a little bit about what it is, who's going to be there, and why you should be there. So Don, welcome this morning.
Well, thank you, Hank. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
Tell us a little bit about what the kind of brought this about and what the basis of it is.
Well, what it is it's the Hands Off Our Guns petition drive. And this was actually started by a friend of mine who's the founder of TeaPartyCommunity.com. And he put together a petition drive where we want to let politicians on both sides of the aisle in Washington know that we won't stand for any infringement on our Second Amendment rights. So we're collecting signatures from patriotic Americans all across the country. And again, we want to let them know that we're not going to stand for infringements on our rights. So Andy Ross, my friend who is the host of Maximum Archery on the Sportsman's Channel, one of the top-rated shows there, he's also a musician. He came up with an idea of putting together an event where we get a lot of like-minded people together to stand up and, again, fight back against anybody that wants to take away those rights that we hold sacred. So we've got some amazing musicians involved in this. We've got local musician from the Phoenix, Arizona area. We've got James KOLE. We've got also Chuck Woolery is involved with this. He's going to be the MC of the event. We've got Victoria Jackson, of course, from Saturday Night Live, who she's actually going to perform a comedy routine that's going to be based on the Second Amendment. And then we've got other great musicians. Of course, Andy Ross and his band will be playing. His song, Cold Dead Hand, from his new album called Cold Dead Hand, is also kind of the theme song for the Hands Off Our Guns petition drive. But we've got Radar, which is a great band. They've got a song called Take America Back, and they're actually comprised of, it's Tommy James's band, the Shondells. But their bass player also plays bass for Ted Nugent, so it's an excellent band. And then there's an up-and-coming band out of New York called Madison Rising. Very patriotic band. They're all about the Second Amendment. And then, of course, our headline act is Mr. Lee Greenwood. So God bless the USA. And so it's just a bunch of great Americans coming together. We're sponsored by the National Rifle Association and also many local gun manufacturers like POF USA, Macmillan Group International. So we've got a lot of great sponsors who've come behind this. It's going to be Saturday, November 16th at Comerica Theater in downtown Phoenix. So really looking forward to getting people out there. Anybody that believes in the Constitution, that believes in the Second Amendment, this is a great opportunity to get involved. And also, this is going to benefit veterans. So great organization called All American Veteran Services, which is allamericanvets.com, where we help veterans start new businesses. So we use a capitalist approach to helping our veterans, the ones that have done so much for this country and that we owe a great debt to. So really looking forward to having as many people as possible come and join us for this great event on Saturday, November 16th.
No, that looks great, Don. And, you know, it's particularly germane given this shooting that just happened where we have our veterans who on our own military bases are not allowed to be armed. And so, again, we see the Second Amendment not being allowed to be exercised by our own veterans. So this will be, you know, talk about germane. I mean, this is right down what's happening today and why people need to be there and get involved in what's happening.
You know, it really is, and that's a great point. You look at the tragedies that happen. I mean, you can go back to Newtown, you can go to Aurora, Colorado. Nobody wants to see these tragedies happen, but what the politicians, especially on the left, they want to use situations like this, tragedies. They want to use them to get that emotional impact to pass these pieces of legislation that really infringe on our Second Amendment rights. If they would solve any problems, that's one thing. But the things that they propose, Hank, they don't solve any problems. You're never going to get the guns out of the hands of criminals. In this case, we had another apparently mentally unstable person. There's just none of these laws will change any of these things that have happened, but they use emotion to try to make people believe they will. And that's why Saturday, November 16th at Comerica Theater, that's why we're going to all get together and say, listen, these things that don't change anything, they don't get guns out of the hands of the Adam Lances of the world, and they don't work. So leave our Second Amendment alone. We wouldn't even have a country if it wasn't for well-armed citizens in the United States, we'd still be Great Britain. So I think this is really important to get everybody involved, and they can get more information at handsoffourguns.com, and they can find out where they can get their tickets. But this is a great way for people to stand together and actually make a difference.
You bet. Well, and we appreciate, Don, all your effort in putting this together, and so we'll look forward to seeing all of you all there on Saturday, November the 16th. Thanks for being with us. This is Hank Giesecke, PatriotNetworkTV.com.